Let's have her. Um, Thank you very, very much, everybody, for making it this very early um, Thursday morning to our session. There's a lot you could be doing with your time, and it's always a pleasure to speak to Nigerian small businesses who currently are the lifeblood of our economy. Um, and I'm particularly grateful to the DJ of Smedon, who is a longtime big brother and mentor and friend, for the opportunity to speak to you today. When I was asked to speak, the question was, what do I speak about? Because the actual reality is, while I actually spend most of my time since I left active entrepreneurship, helping fund the next generation of companies, the sort of companies I fund are typically not SMEs. They are growth companies, with the expectation of generating billions of dollars in short order. And as a result, we typically don't fund SMEs. However, many SMEs do count us as customers, and companies that we fund as customers and partners. And I was thinking today I should spend some time just talking you through what you can do for your SME to make it more digital, because it's going to enable you to actually cross the Rubicon from local to global, and be in a position to compete globally. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We'll spend a little bit of the time this morning just talking through changes in the way the world works over the last 20, 30 years. And in particular, over the last year, because this year has been very interesting for SMEs. We'll talk about that. And then I will introduce my big sister, Ms. Chioma Eze, who's doing a fabulous job of helping small businesses to adopt very simple digital tools that can transform your business. I want you to hear from her. And then if my other colleague, Okpemipo, is on the call, maybe we'll also hear from him. I hope they would indicate by raising up their hand if they are on the call, because I do want you to hear from people with these tools and understand and hear stories about how people's businesses are being transformed by leveraging digital, how they're going international almost overnight, because I think that can be very helpful to many of us that are in the house today. And then we will do some question and answer at the end. So I'm hoping that within the next 30 minutes, we can say as much as we need to, so that we leave some good time for questions. So in the next 15 minutes, here's what I would like to briefly cover. I think, first of all, for many of you who are small businesses, you must be asking yourselves, what exactly is going on with the economy? What exactly is going on in the economy? Now, here's what's happened. Over the last 40 years, Nigeria has made a radical transformation and transmission that favors small businesses. For a very, very long time, Nigeria's economic landscape was dominated by oil on the one hand, which employed very few people, and many SMEs could not do much in oil, maybe except you had an auntie that had an oil contract or something like that. And then on the other hand, you had agriculture, which most of us are familiar with. You have an uncle or auntie or brother or sister or cousin who farms in the village, or used to, at least before the security situation became what it was. And so that was most of our economy. And then in the middle, every now and then, you would have manufacturing come through. But what you learn about manufacturing in Nigeria is, because we've not really done the work to build the baseline infrastructure for manufacturing, chief of which is constant electricity, that has not really taken off the way that it should have. And in spite of all these government subventions, it's going to be a tough ride. But something remarkable has happened. As of this year, what you will find is that the vast majority of our economy is now services, trade and non-tradable services, meaning that small businesses like the ones most of you represent and own are now indeed, beyond the rhetoric, the lifeblood of our economy. Most of the growth in our economy is coming from services, from people offering some service or the other to somebody else, whether it's selling something or it's doing their hair or it's helping them to decorate their church or their mosque or to whatever it is. Providing some sort of service is now the predominant way that most business people in this country make some money. So what does that mean for your small business? Well, one big change that has also happened at the same time, or two other big changes. Number one is the advent of technology. Technology has transformed everything. You see now, if we were to do this maybe just 5 or 8 years ago, it would be a big conference and Dr. Charles would give the opening speech. We will all have to fly, spend money, fly to Abuja, spend the whole day at minimum, just to justify the expense of people having flown to Abuja and so on and so forth. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that now. We can all sit in the comfort of our homes and tune in. This technology shift is really, really, really making big waves in the small business industry, because all of a sudden, for many services that may not even require physical touch, you may not even know your customer. I don't know how many of us have an experience where we have a customer we've not met. I'm sure many of us have an experience where we have customers that buy from us that we've never met. That would have been impossible just a few years back. But that is how fast technology has changed. Now, I know a lot of us are not happy with the currency devaluation, but one benefit it has given us is that it's made Nigerian services globally cheaper. So that means there are a lot of people from all over the world, people in diaspora in particular, that are now looking at Nigerian service businesses and saying, actually, I can leverage these guys to do something for my mother. I can leverage these guys to do something for my father or for my brother or for my sister. Or even if it's something that can be done on the internet, I can leverage these people for myself. But for you to be able to engage with these customers, you need to be digital. If you are not digital, if you are not using digital tools to improve your productivity, you will never get these customers. And these are the customers with big money. They are the ones that dollar is not impacting, that don't have reduced spending power. So I want to implore you to really give a lot of thoughts across board to what you can do, to make your business slightly more global, right? And it can be very simple. It can just be as simple as a very simple website. It can be a very simple inventory management tool. Very, very simple tools that can help your business to be default digital and default global from day one. So this is basically what we will be discussing today. I want to call on a friend and colleague of mine who I want to give us a brief overview of digital tools for small businesses. Her name is Chioma Eze. I met her many years ago when she was at Jumia, and she's one of the most experienced accountants that I know in the tech space, but now she's serving small businesses, helping them with skills through Digital Data Entry Academy. So Chioma, please, if you're on the call, can you unmute? I see you.
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Fantastic. Okay, please, can we spotlight Chioma? Mr. Shino, can we spotlight Chioma?
Fantastic.
And give her the right to present. Okay, fantastic. Great. I'll go on mute now. Chioma, please, you can take over.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is such a privilege to be here. Always so exciting to discuss with small business owners or SME owners how to digitalize.
You're welcome.
Please, would the host help me mute everyone so we don't have noise interferences? Thank you. It's always a pleasure to discuss how to digitalize our businesses. So we already started talking about digitalizing our businesses. We understand it helps us streamline our operations, improve our productivity, compete globally, and even attract investments. And guess what? Customers want to digitalize business. Suppliers want to work with a business that is digital. Investors want to put their money in business that is digital. Employees want to work in an organized digital environment. Competitors are afraid of you when you digitalize. Banks want to finance digital businesses. Even you want to be a digital business. Isn't that good? So today I'll spend just 15 minutes with you, and I want to focus the 15 minutes on sharing with you three-step process on how you can take your business from manual to a digitalized business. The next thing I also want to share with you, I'll quickly take a case study. There's a serious noise in the background. I'm not sure who it is from. I would wish that the host helps us to take off this noise.
We will actively manage it, ma. So sorry. We'll actively manage it. Sorry.
I'm really struggling with it.
I'm working on it, ma. I'm working on it.
Okay, then. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I think this is better now. So I said I'm going to spend my 15 minutes teaching us a simple three-step process that I always advise any SME owner to use in taking his business from manual to a digital business. We are discussing how to digitalize our business so we become global businesses, so we can become thriving and more sustainable businesses. And after that, I will take you through a case study business. I will pretend that I run a cake business, and I will discuss with you how I will digitalize my cake business. All right, let's get started with discussing how can I digitalize my small business? This technology they are saying I should put in my business, what should I even do? Where should I even start? And I said I suggest a simple three-step process that I want to teach you. Step one, I want you to consider the three major areas in any small business. And when I say small business, I'm referring to businesses with 50 or less employees, which many of us here represent. That's what I mean by a small business, right? So consider the three major areas in any small business. Number one area is operations. Number two is marketing. And number three is finance. Sit down with you and your small team, even if it's you alone. Sit down and write out those three areas: operations, marketing, and finance. And ask yourself, what current problems do I have in these areas? And what problems do I see as I try to scale, as I try to grow this business in these three areas? Okay, what problem do I have in operations? I bake cake. Customers are ordering cake. I want blue cake, pink cake, write happy birthday on it, write best wishes on it. And I keep forgetting. I need a system to put in all the orders. Oh, I'm a tailor. I keep disappointing customers. I didn't remember I told Mama Nkechi to come next week Thursday and Mama Peter to come upper Friday. I keep disappointing. What can I use to record the date somebody brought fabric and the day I asked you to collect? Right? These are the problems you are facing in your operations. Sit down and think of those problems and write them. What is in my operations? Oh, I don't know my inventory. I don't know this. Write down those problems, right? In the three major areas: operations, marketing, and, operations, marketing, and finance. What are the problems I have? Apart from the problems I have, what are the normal expectations I expect a business to run? Even though I don't have a problem, right, with giving a customer an invoice, it is expected that if I run a business that I want to become a global business, I should give customers invoices. You run a salon, somebody comes to orders to make her hair, send her an invoice. It's not a problem you have, but it's required. It's how you become a global business. It's how you become a proper business. You should do business properly, right? So consider those three major areas. What are the normal things I should do in those areas? What are the current problems I have now? And what problems will I have as I start to grow those areas. Remember, the 3 areas are operations, marketing, and finance. Sit down and ask yourself these 3 areas. All right. Discussing a simple 3-step process to digitalizing your small business. Step number 2, I want you to consider affordable, common tools. There are common software everywhere. You and I know the names. Google, very common. Zoho is now putting billboards all over the streets of Lagos. I don't know about other cities, but all over the streets of Lagos, you see Zoho software. As little as 8,000, 3,000, they put their price in front of you, tell you that these tools are very cheap and they can automate your businesses. You and I have heard QuickBooks. You've heard all these simple software. You've been hearing people mention them. Microsoft Excel. You've been hearing things like this, right? All these common software, start to consider them. Go online and Google, how much is the price of Zoho? And read, right? This information is available. Start with the common ones before you even go for the ones that are not very common. The very common ones, start with them. Now, it's important that in your journey of desiring to digitalize your business, I want you to be open, have an open mind to digitalization. Many small business owners don't. They think it is so expensive. As we're here discussing it, if you see the kind of amount you think it is, but beyond considering only amount or the cost of digitalization, can you also consider the benefits? Can you consider the value? Imagine you went and bought goods of 50 million naira. And we are here discussing you should buy software of 20,000 a month to secure and safeguard and keep records of your 50 million naira worth of goods. And you are arguing it is expensive. Even if you think 20,000 a month is expensive, do you remember the cost of the goods you bought? 50 million. And you're arguing that, oh, I can't spare 20,000 a month for software. It is too much for me. 240,000 a year. And your goods are worth 50 million. And an employee can just walk in and steal 1 carton worth 1 million and go away. And because you have no records, you won't know. So please stop considering only the cost of digitalization. Consider the benefit, the value of what you are digitalizing. Consider the customers. Consider the investments you are expecting. Don't only consider costs. Oh, it's too much. I don't want to hear about it, right? Keep an open heart to digitalization. All right, let's go to step number 3 on how we can digitalize our small businesses. We said step 1 was consider the 3 major areas: operations, marketing, and finance. Step 2 was consider the affordable common tools that you hear about everywhere. We mentioned Google, we mentioned Zoho, we mentioned QuickBooks. We hear there are many. If I unmute and ask you to mention tools you have been hearing, you will mention very common ones. Can you even consider them, right? Those common ones are usually cheap and easy to, deploy. And step number 3, when you have set up these common tools and you're using them, please note the gaps in the simple common tools, and then you can decide to invest in more expensive tools like ERPs, right? I usually advise businesses to start with the simple and common ones so you can see what is missing, what you desire to have in the more expensive ones, and then you can go for those more expensive ones. All right, I'm sure you got my 3-step process on how you can digitalize your small business starting from today. Let's take a simple case study before I leave you. Imagine that I run a cake business and I'm a stay-at-home mom. I want to be making 100,000 naira profit every day. So we have this large dining table in the house, and I decide that, okay, I'll just employ 3 or 4 people and we'll be baking cakes every day. But because I'm an ambitious woman, I want to make 100,000 naira profit every day. So I'm going to make at least 10 cakes a day. I believe that each cake like 1,000 naira profit. I don't want more money that every day I'll be begging people for urgent 2K. That's why I want to be making 100K. Even if I don't make 100K, let me make 50K a day. I'm very practical. Okay, so I start my business. I'm going to make simple cakes, right? Iced cakes for birthdays. But I'm going to advertise for me to get that kind of traffic of making 5 to 10 cakes every day, right? Okay, Let's discuss how I will digitalize my business so that my business is different from the next lady who is making cakes and doesn't make the kind of money I make. Me, aggressive woman, I have to make that money, right? What am I going to do? I set up my business. How? There's a tool called Bumper. I go and sign up on Bumper. How much is Bumper? 15K a month. Bumper will give me e-commerce store. Bumper will record my customers. Bumper will track all my orders. Only 15K a month. I sign up. All the different cakes I've been making for people, I take pictures of like 10 different cakes, load it into Bumper. My shop is ready. Within 2 hours, I've set up my e-commerce shop. Okay, I go on Facebook, create my account. My business name is Chioma Cakes. I sign up on Facebook, sign up on Instagram. I have social media presence for my cakes. I don't stop there because I'm looking for 10 cakes every day. I start advertising for my cakes. I go and sign up on what they call Meta advertising tool. Meta is Facebook, the business that owns Facebook. They have an advertising platform. I sign up on it, right? Put my business. Every day I put 10,000 naira to run adverts and show people around Lagos that I have beautiful cakes that they can order and get next day delivery. So I'm spending like maybe 10,000 every day or 10 or 15K advertising my business on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. People are seeing and they are ordering my cakes. But then I ask myself, if I just put my business and they are coming to chat me on WhatsApp, me that I want to do 10 orders a day, 40 people will chat me in a day, I'll go crazy, I can't cope. Let them come straight and click on the shop on Bumper. They'll be paying on the Bumper shop there. So when they click, it takes them straight to my e-commerce shop. They click, they order the cake. I'll just get alert. Paid, order, chocolate cake, 12 inches. I send it to my staff. Start making chocolate cake, 12 inches. They start making it. I'm waiting for the next order to drop. I'm posting on my social media page so that I'm attracting more customers. I'm calling the customers of yesterday. Are you happy with your cake? Can you send me a picture? Can you send me a testimonial? As they send testimonial, I'm posting. You see how a digitalized business is sitting in one place. So ads are running, testimonials are coming, I'm updating my page, I'm making money, people are paying. Without me talking to anybody, I'm just a digitalized business owner, right? I don't stop there. Once the order is on Bumper, somebody pays, it shows pending order. Immediately they bake the cake and bring it. They mark it on Bumper that the cake has been produced. The fulfillment department or the people who to pack the cake and send out, they pack it, call delivery bike, they send it, they mark it in transit. Once the customer has gotten the cake, right? Delivery man chats us on WhatsApp. Delivered, we mark it on Bumper. Delivered, amazing business. The entire operations well organized. Can you see? The marketing is that e-commerce store. The operations is on Bumper. And then what about the finance? I can use a simple spreadsheet. I can sign up on Google. chiomacakes@gmail.com. Very simple, free. I up on Google. I click on Google Sheets. I open it. I start recording my daily sales, my daily expenses, my daily purchases. I'm not an accountant. I'm just a small business owner. Just record it on spreadsheet. When your bookkeeper comes every month, they will take that data and put it inside maybe Zoho Books. How much is Zoho Books? 3,600 naira a month. Or the higher plan, 7,600. To digitalize your whole business and be running this beautiful business I just explained to you. How much? Zoho Books, 3,600 or 7,600. 15,000. You run your ads. You're spending money on marketing, 10K, 15K. How much in a month? Around 25K. How much profit are you making? How much profit are you making in a month? 1.5 million, 2 million, and you're spending amount digitalizing your business. How amazing. How beautiful. This is the picture that we want for you when we say digitalize your business. Let people pay you money when you're sleeping. Let people see that your beautiful cake. Click, order. You wake up to alerts. You wake up to daily money. You wake up to daily customers. Strangers will find you. Are you not tired of selling only to your cousins and your relatives and your colleagues in the office? Don't you want strangers to see your e-commerce store, click on it and pay you? That is what we are talking about when we say digitalize. When we say digitalize, we're not saying we want to rob you of your cost. It's too expensive. 20K a month, God forbid, but you forgot the 3 million naira profit a month. If you're making 3 million or 2 million profit in a month and you're spending 20K, 30K to digitalize, are you not better off than making 200K a month and being manual? So please, I'd like to encourage you. Even if all you do today, after listening to me, is go and sign up your business on Google, chioma@gmail.com, and start to explore all the tools that Google will give you. Google will give you Google Sheets, like spreadsheets where you can put your numerical data. Google will give you Google Doc, where you can write letters and write worded documents. Google Slides, you can make presentation. Google Meet, you can have online meetings like this. Google Mail, in fact, you even get an email for your business. Google Drive, 15 gig free of cloud storage space that you can put your CSV documents, your bank documents. You can store things for your business in the cloud and all sorts. There's a beautiful tool that Google has called Google Task. You can use it to do your to-do list. Every morning you wake up, you are an organized business owner. You enter your to-do list and you tick it off on Google Task. How amazing. Even you can use Google Task to write your market list, to track your orders. Every order that comes, you put it on Google Task. When the order is fulfilled, you tick it off. So you can do your to-do list, your market list, your order tracking on Google Task. Free, yo. So what are we talking too much about digitalizing? Oh yeah, run now. Go and sign up your business on Google and become this beautiful business owner who is collecting money while sleeping, who people are seeing your products even when you sleep, right? Whose business is very organized, to-do list, pem. When investors come and they see your records, they are rushing you. I'm waiting to hear your testimony that you have become a digital business owner. Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Chioma. I'm so grateful. Can you see me? Hello, can you see me?
Well, yes, I can, but they haven't spotlighted you, but your camera is on.
Okay, no, I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that. Or actually, can someone do that? Well, it's okay. I don't need to be spotlighted per se. Well, thank you so much, Chioma. Thank you very, very much. This is very super insightful. And it's an example of the kind of action that you need to take, as you can see, to get your business to digital, because there are so many businesses that with just these very simple starting tools, you can start making 50K, 100K per day, which can change your family's life. And there are so many people who just need that, and they can start, their journey to building a great small business. So thank you, Chioma, for that very, very insightful speech. Because I know we are a lot in this room, I want to start the Q&A early because I can see a lot of hands. And I know the questions will go to me as well as to, to Chioma. But Chioma, before you jump off, I know you're being modest. If people want to engage you or learn more, because 15 minutes is not enough, how can they do so? I would like you to share that before I then allow them to ask questions, so that at least, even if we don't get to some people's questions, they will not swear for me in their mind. Eh?
All right, thank you very much. So we are here discussing how can I digitalize my business, and I have mentioned some tools. I've mentioned Bumper, I've mentioned Google, I've mentioned Zoho, and somebody is saying, but I need help. I need somebody to show me how to use these different tools to set up my business. So I have a 30-day school that is called Data Entry Academy. I'm going to type it in the chat box. is called Data Entry Academy. It is a 30-day online school. Classes are only 1 hour a day. All you have to do is to go to www.dea.ng. dea.ng, that's all, and sign up to join the school. It is 43,000 naira for the 30-day school. dea.ng, 43,000 naira for the 30-day school, and I will teach you in the school 40 of these software that we are talking about. All this software we are here discussing, Zoho, Google, QuickBooks, this one, we teach it in that school, and you can digitalize your business. So you would learn all those tools. You can send your staff, you can send your entire team, you can come yourself and learn all these tools that help you run a digital workplace so that your business will go from being a manual business to an automated digital business that customers love, suppliers love, bankers love you, investors love you, even you love yourself. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Ati Chioma. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to now move to questions. I've added 5 extra minutes to your questions. We'll do it very, very orderly. We'll do it in a very, very orderly way. So those of you that have already raised up your hand, we'll take your questions in order. So there were some people that I saw earlier. I will take it from the top. So Mr. Atiku Ibrahim, can you unmute yourself? Mrs. Funke Bolujoko, maybe you can mute for now. Let Mr. Atiku Ibrahim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aboyeji and Madam Chioma. Thank you for making it look so easy and very attractive. Thank you for the encouragement. The first question I asked, I think one of the other ones, as Mr. Aboyeji has made that easy for us, we've seen how to get in touch with you. I was going to ask, because you talked about bumper and stuff like that, who creates the content of this Chioma cakes? For you to position Chioma cakes to customers, there has to be some content generation. Who does the content generation? That's my number one question. And I think from the course you've introduced now, probably that will answer some of these other questions, because I mean, you have been quite conversant. Having been in Jumia yourself for many years, you have been quite conversant with these tools, and you made them look quite easy to us as manufacturers. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. So your question about who creates the content that is on bumper for Chioma cakes, the answer is you create the content. You are making cakes for customers. You want to sell to more people. You want to sell to more people. Just take pictures of those things and sign for a while. Maybe Adeleke.
How many did I mention now? Number 1, technical SEO. Number 2,
there's a Mary Adeleke with you who is disturbing the whole class.
Please clap for yourselves. Clap for yourself. All right, so what I'm trying to explain in essence is...
Sorry, I think they've taken away my muting rights. So, Mr. Sheyi, please, can you intervene?
Mr. Customer engagement can integrate with ChatGPT.
Apologies. So we're going to mute. We're muting her now.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I was answering the question that Madame asked. She said, who does the content for Chioma cakes on bumper? And I said the answer is you do your content on these tools we are talking about. It is your job to enter data into all these tools. If you want to have an e-commerce shop, all you have to do is the products you want to sell, you take pictures of them and upload into that e-commerce store, write short descriptions, put the price and save, and make the store public. And then you can advertise on social media. People can click and come to your e-commerce store, choose the product they want to buy, pay electronically, and check out. I saw another question in the comment section asking, how do I collect payments in my sleep? You collect payments in your sleep by signing up with payment gateways. We have Paystack, we have Flutterwave, we have many others. You sign up with them. But interestingly, tools like Bumper try to remove that stress from you. So the only thing Bumper would do is ask you to put your account number somewhere in the settings. When they collect all the payment for you for the day, they send it to your account the next day. So Bumper collects all your payments, and next day they will send it to you. And by the way, it's not only Bumper. There are many other e-commerce tools. I'm not particularly in favor of Bumper or anyone. I think there's QShop. There are others. You can do a Google search and say, simple e-commerce website for my small business. And there will be suggestions, and you can try different ones out. Thank you.
Yes, Madam Chioma, what if I don't know? I have to be very honest with myself. You know your strengths. Yes. I used to be a technocrat before becoming a manufacturer. I know how to manufacture. I don't know how to create content. Where do I go from here?
You have to learn it. Whatever we need to do, there are many skills that a small business owner needs to learn to run his business. I had to learn how to advertise on social media. In the example I gave you today, where I'm a stay-at-home mom and I want to bake 10 cakes a day and sell to people, to strangers, you may be asking, where will I get 10 customers every day? I'm going to advertise to the world, to social media. You have to learn how to click those buttons and use those tools. And that's why I position my school to you and say, would you come? Let me teach you how to use these tools we are discussing. And then after you've learned to use these tools, you can go to another marketing school and learn how to write content. You can go somewhere else and learn something else. There are many skills that you need as a small business owner, and you will continue to learn from different schools or different places that teach them. I hope I answered your question.
Well, you did partially, because I was just thinking, just being true to myself, that is there a way, without necessarily me going to do how to start creating content now, is there a way that one can do that? We manufacture tea.
You can
sorry for training. Can I have education? Okay, yes. She can have a content management team for her business.
Okay. Yes. So I wanted to just step in to say, Mommy,
yes,
what I would suggest we do, we can take that question offline, because we can't advertise any specific, hiring. That's a very personal thing. But what I would advise from my vantage point as somebody who runs a business in Nigeria, you cannot hire what you don't know. You cannot hire well for what you don't know. So even if you are not the one that is going to do it, I would still advise you to still try and learn as much as you can, so that you know what to look for in the people that you hire. So many business owners have been cheated.
They have been robbed
because of their ignorance. Yeah, exactly. So I don't usually recommend go and hire. I say, first of all, learn it. Then you know whether somebody is really saying the truth, or if they are just taking you for a ride. Okay, let me enable others to ask questions.
How can we contact you then? Are you in Smedan? We don't have your contact.
Okay, we'll make sure it's available. We'll work with the team, make sure it's available, Mommy. Thank you. God bless you, Mommy.
Amen. And you too.
Atiku, are you going to ask us question, or is it only election that you do? Okay, no question from Atiku. Okay, Abbas, you have your own question, or is only other people's question you answer?
Yes, I have question.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Abbas Usman. I'm representative from Kaduna, Kasama Changes Enterprise. So my question goes, I'm partially digitalized with my small business, but The major problem we are facing now, me and my team, is like lack of trust from buyers. Buyers will saw our products either from Google, from other social media, because we even have a Google presence on the map. So that lack of trust is what we want to like make a solution to it. But I don't know if there is any advice that you can give to business like us. Some will ask, some others, some customers, some buyers will ask that they need to see the product before they pay. Basically, we sell gadgets. We sell gadgets. So some, if they are close by, like in Abuja, in Kano, we do take that risk to send them. Then ask our driver, like ask the driver to collect the money. We'll go through NRTW, the Union for Transport from park to park. So, but if the order is too far, like order from south, east, south, all those far distance states, so we used to like lose those type of orders. So my question is that, please, is there any advice or any techniques that we can apply to gain more trust apart from just online presence? That's what I would like.
Thank you, Abbas. Chioma, do you have any?
Thank you very much, Abbas. That I get. Yes, I do. It's a beautiful question I get asked everywhere when I speak with business owners, and there are many things you can do to improve your trust. Number one, you can have a visible address that people can have. Number two, you can make relatable content. Do videos showing your shop, selling gadgets. When you're talking in that video, mention the name of your business so that a thief will not steal that video and be using it for his business. Good morning, everyone. This is Abbas Gadgets and Phones. We are located in number 12, KB Street in Kano. You talk, you mention your business name. Show content, ask for testimonials from customers. You send a gadget to someone, let the person hold the phone and send you a testimonial. Post those testimonials. Some can even do video for you. Let us see real people mentioning your name, that Abbas Gadget is honest, right? Sending you testimonials and you're publishing those testimonials. Have phone number that works, email that works, address that is verifiable. Put your business on Google so that even if I search Abbas Gadgets, I will see you on Google. I will know that you're real. Use payment gateway. If I am in Imo State and I want to order from you in the north and I don't believe you, say, oh, please, can you use Paystack and Pay so that if I don't deliver, you can create a dispute on Paystack and they will return your money. Go and sign up on escrow services. Customer pays to escrow. You deliver, escrow release your money. All the customer wants is an intermediary to make him to be sure about you. Give the customers all the assurance. I tell people that wake up every day asking yourself, how can I build my trust score? Nigerians do not trust anybody. Even me, I don't trust you. I don't know you. Even you, you don't trust me. You don't know me. But I want to sell to you. What must I do that continues to build my trust score? More and more testimonials, more and more relatable content, more and more everything that makes them trust you. It is your duty to build your trust. It is not their duty to just try and trust you. No, you will take your trust very seriously. Selling online is about building trust and relationships, and you have to invest in it. So every day, ask yourself, what more can I do? What more can I? It is not good to risk you carry iPhone and send it to someone hoping that, no, you shouldn't even take such risk. What you should do is invest in building your trust. Use a proper bank account. Don't ask them to pay money to one of these banks that they are, one of these. Use a proper commercial bank. Let your bank account name be Abbas Gadgets, XYZ Bank, which I know is a commercial bank. All those things that make people doubt you, don't do them, right? Don't do content that makes me. There are people we go online and we order, we are not afraid. The way their content looks, even if it's one corner of your shop, put a banner, put a logo there, Abbas Gadgets. make sure you stand in front of that logo to make your videos so that we see you, we see your shop. We say, this guy cannot run away because I'm buying one earpod. Look at his shop. We trust you. So please, those are the things I want to share with you, and I hope they help. Thank you.
Let me add one small thing to that. So if you collect data of where your customers are coming from, you can also do a pop-up shop. You understand? You can go there with some gadgets and you can tell them, hey, I'm in your area, come and you can buy some things. It helps sometimes if they can see you without traveling. So that way they now build trust and they can do it. But all the ideas that Madam Chioma gave, excellent ideas.
Thank you, both of you. Thank you, Madam Chioma. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. Because your question also touched on logistics, I thought to also mention that currently as we speak, if you're registered with Smedan and you want to send your goods to any part of the country using GIG Logistics, you get a 20% discount. All you need is your Smedan unique identification number. So if you take it to any GIG Logistics Experience Center, they will give you a 20% discount to send your goods to any part of Nigeria. The same thing also applies to NIPOST. We also have a partnership with NIPOST. If you register with Smedan on your dashboard, you can download a discount card with NIPOST. If you take that card to any NIPOST station in Nigeria, they scan the code, they verify the card. They also give you a 15% discount on anything you want to send to any part of Nigeria. So those are opportunities available to you, but only for businesses registered with Smedan. So if you'd like to register, just go to portal.smedan.gov.ng. So portal, portal.smedan.gov.ng. There's so many opportunities that you can benefit from by registering with Smedan. Thank you.
Fantastic. So register with Smedan as well. Okay, I think I can take maybe 2 more questions because I also have to go. I'm so sorry to all the people that have questions I won't reach.
Excuse me, it seems like before you take the 2 hands, you're not going to reach me. And I have many things to talk about.
But wait, we cannot be Nigerian about it, Aminu. We have a line. So let's work with our line, okay? Don't worry. You can ask your question in the chat, and maybe Auntie Chioma can answer it in the chat, okay? That way we will be productive. Okay, but let's not be let's redefine Nigeria. We stay in line, we don't chance people. Okay, Dr. Ayim, are you there? Because we have a long line.
Yes,
okay. Are you?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. All right, brilliant. Okay, just before I start, let me commend you for
sir, just because of our time, we have accepted your commendation, Daddy. Let's just ask the question so that we can see if we can squeeze in 2 or 3 more. Thank you, Daddy.
It's not actually a question, it's a thought I want to share. I'm a business advisor and I'm a Smedan certified BDSP. I've been around this space for over 2 decades. I was prompted to join this call so that I can hear what's the conversation and what's going on. And I've listened. And this aligns with the thoughts that we've shared with Smedan continuously. I wish that the decision makers at Smedan are on this call so that they can hear what I want to say. Now, let me say this very clearly. You see, the concerns have been expressed. Like that mommy that said she's a technocrat, she retired and got into business, and she does not understand technology. And that's the widespread challenge with enterprise operators in Nigeria. I think we have over expectations from these enterprise operators. If you look at our numbers, 96% of MSMEs, of the 39.6 MSMEs, are nano and micro. And their focus is usually on what they do on a daily basis. So throwing technology at them, it constitutes distractions. We have said this severally. So what I'm saying in essence is beyond teaching people, these people are not digital nomads. They are not Gen Zs. You know, they are not adaptable. And that is why technology adoption has remained at its barest minimum. I see numbers. Do you understand? So what I'm saying in essence is we have made suggestions to Smedan to enhance the competitiveness of SMEs, not through just learning, teaching. Teaching is about providing services. Do you understand? That is why I said decision makers at Smedan are
you know,
unreasonable.
Dr. Sir, you know, because today is for the students, we will take that up with Smedan DG. Shino, you have to make sure you carry the message back. But let me try and take 2 more questions before our time is up. Thank you, Doctor. Ray, are you ready? Ray.
I am.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Thank you very much. My question is on the topic of today's meeting, and it's directed specifically to you, Mr. Ian. I'm very happy because I've been a fan of yours right from the Andela days, as someone who has been part of the tech industry. So in fact, that was one of the reasons I was prompted to join the call. So my question goes like this, on the topic of today's meeting, from local to global. As someone who is a Pan-Africanist, someone who who believes strongly in the concept and philosophy of Pan-Africanism, who doesn't want to register because most of the startups and companies now are registering the Delaware Corporation. So as someone like me who does not believe in Delaware Corporation thing because of my strong Pan-African views, what would you advise? How would you advise, we go about going from local to global? I know you were working on something with the Lagos state government, something related to this, but I also know that it's difficult to pull in investors from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, when you used to conform to this Delaware Corporation thing. So I want your own personal advice, given the reality on the ground. Yes. How does one go about this?
I will quickly answer that question. What I would say is it does not conflict with your Pan-Africanist vision. Let me tell you one secret. All my businesses are still incorporated in Nigeria, but the vehicle of choice for the investor is Delaware. So what happens is to the proportion that they invest, that they own whatever it is. And at the end of the day, the operations still end up where? In Nigeria. And God will help us with this new tax bill. They've made it easy, so we don't even have to think about double taxation agreements, because you only pay tax on what you bring in and take out from Nigeria. So I think that it's nothing, you don't need to, it's not a philosophical point. I held it as a philosophical point for a long time and discovered it was not necessary. It's just a tool. Just like if you were opening a business in Europe, will you not incorporate a business in Europe? That is a subsidiary of your Nigerian business. Is Tony Elumelu less Pan-Africanist for having a bank in Paris? No. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So look at it that way when you get to that stage. But let's continue so that the small businesses can get their questions. I want to go as long as I can, but I have a hard stop at 9:05. And I promise,
what's the best way? What's the best way to reach you outside of here?
Don't worry, we'll be connected through Smedan. We'll be connected through Smedan. Just register for Smedan, and we are working on something to make sure that we can always be reached. Thank you, my brother. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Akonji, quickly. Mr. Akonji, are you asking your question? Or no question? Okay. Let's move quickly. Yahaya Aliyu Mohammed.
Good morning.
Okay, are you okay? Fantastic. Quickly, I want to try and get to Aminu so I can prove him wrong and reward his patience. Oh yeah. Aminu, are you asking your question, sir? Sorry, Yahaya, are you asking your question? Okay, Mr. Martins. Mr. Martins, can you ask your question?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity. Ms. Choma, you are like Jesus Christ. You talked about your courses, www.ea.com. I just scrolled through my Facebook and I discovered accountinghub.ng with all the list of courses you mentioned, and just read about that. And the menu is just what each and every business needs. And just like you mentioned, I try creating an e-commerce on several tools. I use Wix. I use Shopify. And then while I was undergoing development Bank of Nigerian small business training, they recommended Hotspot, and I'm trying to use it. So I want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much. But there is something I want to ask from you. Even as much as we are trying, we are seriously lacking in the area of finance. Like me, I set up a tech company. My goal is to bring people out to know about digital, to bring people out. I learned the skill in NYC, which I rounded up in April. And I'm so haste about it to make it come live. I'm so hasty about I'm even in the registration process, but we are still lacking finance to even sponsor all of this idea, even though quality. So I don't know how we go about, because I've applied for Smedan many times, but have not gotten any feedback from them. So is there any help? For some of us have received series of training on how to manage business, staffing, and all of that. And to God be the glory. We are graduates of management sciences and we know all of this, but we are still missing out. So this is just one challenge.
That's all, man.
Thank you very much.
Some changing.
Thank you for your question. I believe your question is about how do you raise finance for your business. Did I get you right, please?
It's okay. Yeah, like the first business I started is telecom business, that is SIM card registration, and then
I didn't get that. What business?
Yeah, I started a tech business, Lift Africa Tech, with
what does the business do?
Yeah, it's a
what
vision.
Does it...
Yeah, like training of people who are not digitally literate on how to
Good. Thank you very much. I like what you have said.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, many times when business owners come and say, we need funding, I always prove them wrong. What is really happening when a lot of business owners are shouting about needing funding is that they are refusing to start business in their nothingness. You are doing what I do. You want to teach people and small business owners to use digital tools. Why do you need massive funding? All you need is your laptop, which I believe you already have. And you go on social media, create content. Let me teach you this. Let me teach you that. Maybe you put your training at 10,000, 20,000. You get 20 people, 50 people, they pay, you teach them online. You need Zoom. How much is Zoom? $15 a month. You need Google Tools, free. Why do you need funding and funding and funding to do what you have explained now? You want to teach business owners to use digital tools. Why do you need massive funding? What are you using it for? Why can't you start with what you have and grow? So sometimes I believe small business owners just like telling themselves they need funding, even when they don't. They just like singing it. I need funding. Oh, where will I get money? I've received all the training. Money. Money to do what? Even some people who sell products, there are suppliers who you go and carry the first one, you sell, you take your profits, carry again. They are glad to give you to sell for them. What you need is trust. If I want to start selling laptop today, I will look for my uncle who will introduce me to the head in the computer village market, an Igbo man, who will introduce me to where I can take 2-3 laptops. I go there, snap pictures, load it online, sell the laptop. Within 1 week, I've made 100,000 profit. I go and repeat the process. By the end of the year, I have 1 million naira. I won't stay and be crying every day. I need funding. There is no funding. Can we move on from there? Even the funding, there are a lot of requirements to meet it. If I ask you for the requirements now, you don't have. You don't have financial statement. You don't have audited account. And you just say we should be throwing funds at you. That's a problem I have with small business owners. When I speak with people, what do you want to do that you're asking funding? What are you doing? The person will explain what I said, but you don't need money to do this thing now. So I think that we also need to, I'm not saying all businesses don't need money. Don't get me wrong. There are people that need funding. That was why I specifically asked him, what do you do? And he said, I want to teach business owners to use digital tools. That's exactly what I do. I did not start with any massive funding. And you still don't need any massive funding. Go online, go on social media, create content. These tools are free. Talk about what you do. Customers will come to you. They will pay you. You're offering a service. You don't need massive funding. You can start an online school. When you've made enough money, you take it to an offline school if you prefer. You don't need to start a physical school first. Start from where you are. Even the person that will give you funding wants to see traction. He wants to see that you have started something. He wants to see results, financial statement, audited accounts, this one, that one. Start from where you are. I always say to people, start as you are. As I am, if I want to sell yam, I don't have 1 million. No. I will go and look for who sells yam. Start picture, start talking online. Hello, Facebook, I have white yam, I break the yam. Can you see the yam? It is like this, like this. Send you, and before you know it, before 1 year, I've become yam seller without even having any yam. I can wake up right now, take my phone, go and sit in fruit market, snap picture of pineapple, load it on Facebook. Dozen of pineapple, I put price. I snap apple, I snap tangerine. Before 1 year, I've become a big fruit seller, but I don't have any capital. No. We're in the digital age. We can start as we are. Rather than, I want capital. Capital is not like that. Can we start from where we are? Thank you, and I hope I answered your question.
More than. You know, I always say the same thing, but it's good that somebody else has joined me. More often than not, capital will destroy your business. The best source of capital is your customer. Okay? So don't ask for capital willy-nilly. That's how they take people's businesses away from them. Okay. Let's go. Okay, my brother, because he has been so patient, I need to take his question, except he has given up. Yahaya, or who is it? Who was it again? Has he asked this question? Hello? Oh, it looks like he's taking his hand down. Okay, well, then we'll take a woman. Jessica, are you there? Okay, Jessica is not there. Okay, well, we are 10 minutes over. So I want to thank everybody for taking their 1 hour this morning, a very busy Thursday towards the end of the year. I know what you must have sacrificed to be here, to come and do this. I want to especially thank our guest speaker, my Auntie Chioma Ifeanyi. If you know what I have done for you, just be thanking God for me. That's all. I thank God for her. But what you can do to make sure that more than 15 minutes becomes something that can really help your business is to go on dea.ng and register. Okay? And God will bless you. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anyolu Aboyeji, for your time and also for your insights as well. Thank you also, Mrs. Chioma Ifeanyi, for taking those questions and also sharing from your wealth of knowledge. I'm sure it's been an impactful session for all the participants, whom I also thank for making the time to join. For those who are asking for a recording of the session, we're going to send that to you. Just follow us on social media at smedangov and send us your email address. We'll add you to our email database and of course push the recording to you as well. But more importantly, if you want to access all of our opportunities, somebody asked a question about finance. We're constantly negotiating affordable financing for small businesses in collaboration.
Sorry, in collaboration, I can't hear the rest of the word.
What I'm saying is, if you want to learn about all the opportunities available to you via Smedan, whether it's for finance, whether it's for capacity building, just go to portal.smedan.gov.ng to register. That way, if you check your dashboard, you see all the available opportunities, and you also join our community. So that means that we're constantly pushing these opportunities your way. We send out emails every Friday to all members of our community, just showing them all the opportunities that we have for them, whether it's in financing, whether it's in capacity building, whether it's in market access, etc. We're constantly providing these updates. But for you to get them, you need to register with Smedan. So go to portal.smedan.gov.ng to register and join this community. Also follow us on social media at SmedanGov, Smedan Gov, at SmedanGov, so you can learn of these opportunities. We have discounts, partnerships with private and public organizations. So if you want to learn and take advantage of these opportunities, you have to follow us on social media, and you also have to join our community by registering via portal.smedan.gov.ng, and then we can take it off from there. So thank you very much for joining. We've come to the end of this session. We're going to be organizing more and more, bringing more speakers, experts, celebrated entrepreneurs, impactful change makers across the world to just speak to you and also share insights to you on how you can take your business from local to global, from small to big, from nano to micro to small to medium, and of course to large enterprise. Thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you.